hey, thank you all for coming. We got a party, a little bit of rain, but that doesn't hurt anything. It makes it a little bit more fun. But seriously, thank you to our friends, to our family, to our neighbors, to everyone who's here. We're just absolutely thrilled. And we're going to talk about aging well briefly. That's the theme of our party. And there was an old lady. She was 70 years old, and she went to the doctor. She said, "Doctor, am I going to make it to 80?" So, well, I don't know. You're kind of old there. We'll ask you some questions to find out what's going on. And the doctor said, "Do you smoke cigars or drink whiskey?" And the lady said, "No, I never touch that stuff. I absolutely stay away from it." And he said, "Well, what about eating tacos? How do you eat? Do you eat healthy?" And the lady said, "Oh, yeah, I'm vegan. I only eat healthy. I watch my diet very, very carefully." And he said, "Well, what about the sun? Do you get out and play golf? Do you spend any time out in the sun with your friends?" And she says, No, I'm very, very careful about that also." He says, "Well, what about reckless driving? Do you do that?" She says, "No, I don't do any of that, doctor. Tell me, will I make it to 80 years old?" So if you don't do any of that, why would you want to make it to 80? And so that's what we think about when we're thinking about aging well. So doing some research for this, you got to jump on Google. And Google will, of course, tell you what aging well looks like. And apparently you're going to drink orange juice with wonderful gray hair, have abs of steel, you go swimming with your friends, and get to wear wonderfully colored hats. And Huffington Post, of course, has a whole bunch of knowledge and wisdom on aging well. But we turn to some of the brilliant minds on aging and getting old. I love what C.S. Lewis says. He says, "Someday you'll be old enough to start reading fairy tales again." And Eleanor Roosevelt, in her wisdom, says, "Today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be again." And Oscar Wilde, with his wisdom, says, "The old believe everything, the middle-aged suspect everything, and the young know everything." And I love this one, too. He says, "Know that you are the perfect age. Each year is special and precious, for you shall only live once. Be comfortable with growing older." And in spite of our best efforts, we're all going to age. We're all going to get old. And I love what Ecclesiastes says. It says your body's going to grow old, feeble. Your teeth will decay unless you see Dana or Mozzie or Brenda or one of our wonderful dental professionals here. And your eyesight will fail. So what the heck does that have to do with whiskey? Well, actually a lot. Because whiskey is this magical, wonderful liquid. You distill it, you throw it in a barrel, and you let it sit. And these barrels are going to get old, they're going to get dusty, they're going to get rusty, kind of like our bodies. But the beautiful thing that's happening inside is the liquid. It is taking on the flavor of the wood. It's becoming more mature. It's taking on these wonderful characteristics. And so that's what I think about when I think about aging well. And that's one of the reasons that I love this lady so darn much. Is I have seen her heart, and I have seen her mature, and I have seen her age well. And so we are just so grateful that you're all here to spend a little time with us, and we have a very, very special treat. But keep this in mind, all right? Know you're the perfect age. Every year is special and precious, for you shall live it only once. Be comfortable with growing older. We never know if we're going to get tomorrow, so enjoy. We are absolutely thrilled. We got a very special guest. We've got Chris, the whiskey redhead. He'll show up at the games and do some tasting. And Chris is a pretty special guy. He's president of the Southern California Whisky Club. He does the music festival, whiskey curator for the Daily Pint, and a whole lot of other impressive stuff. He knows his whiskey, and he knows it well. And you should follow him on Instagram, although it could be very expensive to do so because you might want to start acquiring some of the bottles he shows. And more impressively, recently he just had a little write-up, Genie of the Bottle in LA Magazine, and they did a real nice write-up on him. And Chris, we actually wanted to give you a gift before we get started here. Oh. And so we took your article and framed it up for you. Wow. And so we're just thrilled that you take some time up here to come on up, educate us on these wonderful, wonderful beverages, and just give us a little history and the way they work. So we're absolutely thrilled to have you. We're thrilled to have everyone else here. Who's ready for some whiskey?
Real quick, if you notice, this is one of my students, Lynn. She's pretty enough to photograph. They had to draw me. I got the article, but they're like, yeah, just send us a couple pictures. We'll take care of it from there.
And so that's my little thing on aging well. Let's age well together.